Welcome to Tales with Tyur, where the unknown calls to you. The Mist That Whispers. Chapter 1. The Road Beyond Maps. There was a village, not marked on any map. It didn't appear on GPS, nor in any travel guide. There was a road, old, broken, overgrown with moss, that cut through grey fields and led straight to it. A road I followed, driven not by reason, but by something deeper, a pull, a whisper. The village was called Drelmouth. The name was scrawled on a decaying wooden sign, letters warped by rot, as if carved not with tools, but with claws. There were no cars, only boats, all of them overturned along the beach, as though no one ever intended them to sail again. The mist was heavy. It came from the sea and crawled through the narrow streets like a thing alive. There was no wind, no birdsong, only the damp silence and the distant suggestion of footsteps behind the veil. Chapter 2. Reflections and Chants. I stayed at the only inn I found. The woman who answered the door never looked me in the eye, but her skin was pale and slick, her gaze distant. She spoke slowly, as if the words hurt her tongue. My room had a mirror, covered with a black cloth. Because of the reflections, she muttered. She didn't explain what that meant. That first night, I heard voices, not conversation, chanting. It rose from the docks, low and rhythmic, in a language no human throat should shape. I opened the window, but saw only mist, a thick churning white, and beneath it, dot, dot, a sound, my name, not spoken exactly, whispered, soft and wet like breath through water. Come, come, see what we have forgotten. Chapter 3. What moves in silence. The next day, I tried to speak to the villagers. They avoided me. All walked with their heads down, shoulders hunched. Fish skin wasn't quite right. Greasy, marked with patches that shimmered like fish scales. An old man brushed past and muttered, "It's not time for the outsiders to see." When I asked what he meant, he simply hobbled away, one of his legs dragging oddly, as though it no longer bent like a man's. That night, the chants returned. Now they echoed from everywhere. From the well in the village square, from the empty cottages, from beneath the floorboards, and once again, dot, dot, from behind the mirror. Chapter 4. The smile that wasn't mine this time. I uncovered it. At first, I saw only myself, but then my reflection smiled. Before I did, I ran. I ran into the fog-blind streets, but every turn led back to the same crooked square. The buildings seemed to shift when I wasn't looking. The streets curled in impossible loops. The village, I realized, was rearranging itself around me. And then I saw I, floating in the mist, no face, no body, just two glowing orbs, hovering inches above the ground, watching, following, and with them came the sound of dripping water, steady like the sea bleeding. Chapter 5. The Forgotten Altar. I found shelter in a crumbling chapel. Roof collapsed, altar shattered. Inside, the walls bore no crosses. Instead, carvings, creatures, half human, half fish, kneeling before a throne of coral and rock. Above them, a vast shape, eyeless, but ever-seeing, a god made not of flesh, but of current and silence. And at the altar lay a book open, written in a script that twisted and slithered even when still. But somehow, I understood one line. When the mist calls your name, your blood shall answer. I understood then. They had not chosen me at random. Something in me, something old, buried deep, had drawn me here. My dreams of drowning, of ancient songs in the deep. They weren't dreams, they were memory. Chapter 6. Drelmouth's Claim. On the final night, the mist seeped into my room through the cracks. It did not knock. It didn't need to. It curled around my bed like a lover, cold and hungry. And in it, the voices returned. So many voices, whispering in unison, from beneath the sea and behind the stars. Remember what you were. Remember the water. I felt warmth leave my skin. My veins pulsed like tides. My hands trembled, and my eyes began to see shapes that shouldn't be there. Patterns in the air, movement and stillness. The transformation began slowly. Bones softening, thoughts slipping, and I understood. Drelmouth was not a village. I was a threshold, and I was its key. But epilogue. Beneath the mist, they say no one returns from but that's not true. I walk its streets now in silence. Not as I was, but as I was meant to be. The mist still whispers, it calls others. Perhaps one day you'll follow the old road and find the place that doesn't exist. And when you do, the mist will whisper your name too. The story may be over, but something is still watching.